Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Gscales back with another video, and in today's video we're gonna be doing a garden tour. As some of you guys know, I moved in with my grandparents when I didn't move, and my nono, our grandfather, he has a big garden in the backyard. So today I'm gonna be giving you guys a nice little tour of it, show you what it's like, and I hope you guys do enjoy. As you guys can tell, it's a beautiful day outside today. I'm gonna be starting with like the fruits and vegetables, and then I'll go into the herbs at the end, just so you guys can follow along better. And that's how like the flow of my nono's garden goes into as well. All right, first up on our list, we got the cherry tree. As you can see, all the cherries sort of dried up just because cherry season is over now. You usually want to pick cherries at the beginning of the summer just because that's when they're the best. And by now, all the cherries usually are dried up. But that is the first fruit of the garden. For the second fruit of the garden, we have 1 and 2 apple trees right here. As you can tell, the apples are not yet ready. They're a little small. The apples will probably be ready in another few weeks, as you can tell, just because they don't have full color, nor do they have full size yet, so they're gonna take a little while longer. But that is fruit number 2 of the garden. Fruit number 3 of the garden are blackberries. As you can tell, the blackberries are ready. The blackberries usually last for longer and last for a longer period of time over the summer. And also, growing homemade blackberries is way better than buying from them from the store, just because they are pretty expensive. But it's also very hard to grow them in general, just because you need a lot of shade for them. But yeah, beautiful blackberries. This is fruit number 3. Definitely one of my favorites of the bunch though. All right, coming up for fruit number 4, we have peaches. As you can tell, the peaches are just ripening. We picked the first peaches this week just because it does take a while for them to ripen up. This ant was trying to go in the peach and it did successfully. Peaches are personally one of my favorite fruits as well. These are also all sweet peaches. They're not sour peaches, so in my opinion, sweet peaches are way better than sour. But yeah, very beautiful fruit. That is fruit number 4 for you. Moving on straight to fruit number 5, we do have pears right here. As you can tell, the pears are a little are not yet ready. As you can tell, they are like a little bit small, so we'll take a couple more weeks for the pears to become ripe to pick. In my opinion, pears are a little bit underrated. They don't get the love they deserve, and in my opinion, I think pears are better than apples. But yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks these pears will be ready to pick. But yeah, that is fruit number 5. All right, time for vegetables. I'm gonna do vegetables going from right to left in my nono's garden, just to make things simple. To start off, we have some broccolini in the corner. In my opinion, broccolini is the best vegetable just because it sort of reminds me of asparagus, but in broccoli form, and with like a steak or something, it goes perfectly. If you don't know what broccolini is and you need to get on the wave, it's definitely hard to grow, so it's hard to find in stores just because everybody likes it. But yeah, that is vegetable number 1. Vegetable number 2 is tomatoes. My nono has a lot of tomatoes in his garden. He has a bunch of bushels right here, and he has a bunch of bushels over there. Tomatoes are one of the vegetables that grow all summer. In my opinion, tomatoes another one of the S tier vegetables, but I do know a lot of people who hate tomatoes, and y'all just some haters for real. You know who you are. Tomatoes literally go good with everything, especially in an Italian household, especially, you know, like some tomatoes with some olive oil, some balsamic, and some oregano on top, you know. But yeah, that is vegetable number 2. Definitely one of the most important vegetables in an Italian garden. Moving on to vegetable number 3 is bean sprouts. It is all these plants along the fence right here. My nono actually just harvested all the bean sprouts, so there won't be many growing right now. You'll see right here that some are still growing in or not ready. Honestly, one of the best vegetables. I don't think you could hate on bean sprouts. I haven't met one person that dislikes bean sprouts just because they're literally good with everything. You could literally just boil them with olive oil, have them on their own, and they're very delicious. But yeah, that is vegetable number 3. Vegetable number 4 is right here, right below my feet. These are snow peas. These are another vegetable that my nono just harvested, so there won't be many like laying around anymore. But as you can tell, some are still growing in, like this one right here. Just a little baby snow pea just chilling. Again, another amazing vegetable, and also amazing to eat just by itself without cooking it, you know, with some like ranch dressing or whatever. Moving on, we have some zucchini right here. Again, another vegetable that was probably harvested earlier in the summer. As you can tell, we have some nice zucchinis right here. They go with anything, in my opinion, especially in a nice soup or with some pasta. And also, they can grow out very big. In the previous years, my nono would grow like 6 to 8 feet zucchinis, which is a little ridiculous ridiculous. He's just sick with it at the end of the day. But yeah, that is vegetable number 5. Moving on to vegetable number 6, we have some just some basic lettuce growing right here. Not the most interesting vegetable, but again, lettuce from the garden hits different in a salad, but nothing too interesting. Moving on, we do have some eggplant right here for vegetable number 7. You don't really see this often, you know, people growing eggplant in the garden. They are very delicious in my opinion. A lot of people don't like eggplant just because the amount of seeds that's in eggplant, but if you don't mind seeds, then they're really good. Some of them have been already harvested, but there are some that are just starting to grow out right here. I know Ray can relate to this eggplant right here, so you're not alone, Ray. Also very cool, like some eggplants, they grow white. My no-no's not eggplant racist, I guess. But yeah, that is vegetable number 7, I'm pretty sure. Moving on, vegetable number 8, we do have some green peppers right here. Very beautiful plant to grow. And my no-no only likes green peppers, so that's why we only grow green peppers instead of red and yellow. I usually cut these up and put them in my eggs. For all my green pepper lovers up there, you definitely can relate to that one. But yeah, definitely an amazing vegetable for our vegetable number 8. Moving on to vegetable number 9, right beside it, we do have some cabbage. In my opinion, it looks amazing when it grows out like this. If you have ever ate my nonna's cabbage, then you know the vibes. One of the best things you'll ever eat in your life, and one of my favorite vegetables if cooked right, honestly, because a lot of people can scuff up cabbage and just make it taste like trash, especially in coleslaw. But yeah, moving on to vegetable number 10, we do have some onions over here. As you can tell, we do love our onions here on the channel, and I know a lot of people love their onions out there as well. Honestly, onions complement so many foods that it's just like needed in some dishes. But yeah, definitely one of the better vegetables to grow as well. Moving on, and also those were some red onions, and here we have some white onions. My no likes he likes red onions more than white onions, so he grows less white onions instead. We have our last vegetable here. We do have some beets, as you can tell. I'm a big fan of the beets. I know a lot of people don't like beets just because they're too bitter. Definitely, if prepped right, one of my favorite vegetables as well, especially like in some vinegar. That pretty much does it for the vegetable category. Now let's move on to the herbs. Herb we got here is some rosemary. In my opinion, one of the best herbs to put in like any meat dish, or just thrown in with any meat dish. Just brings out the flavors in any kind of any oven roasted kind of dish. Like I can smell the rosemary from here and I'm not even close to it. But yeah, just an amazing herb to put in everyday dishes. Coming up for herb number 2, we do have parsley. Now a lot of people do get confused with parsley versus cilantro. You just have to look at the leaves. The leaves of parsley are more like more pointy than rounded. On a piece of cilantro, this top part at the top would be a little bit more rounded. That's like pretty much the big giveaway from parsley versus cilantro. But as you can tell, we have a lot growing right now. I will be using this for like a parsley sauce or whatever I want to do with it, honestly, just because no one needs this much parsley. And but yeah, one of my favorite herbs. Moving on to the last herb that we're growing out here, and that's basil. Again, another one of my favorite herbs. I'm using a lot of Italian dishes as well, especially in sauce. It brings out a lot of the flavor. But yeah, rosemary, parsley, and basil, like that's like the trifecta of the Italian garden right there for herbs. That's pretty much all you really need, honestly, as well. But yeah, that is herb number 3 out of 3. That pretty much wraps up the garden tour for today. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys want to see next. I hope you guys did enjoy the garden tour, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.